Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. YouTube, what's going on today? Listen. I missed a word. That's all right. What's going on today? Man, listen. You gotta have the lo-fi in the back. I don't know if y'all can still hear it. Alright, this is the second stream. That's 2 days of consistency. I ain't even start yet. I feel a little good. I'm here. What's this talking about? Oh. Alright. Chat rate 1. I don't even know what that means. Views 0. That's tough. We'll get there. We definitely gonna get there. But anyway, for today, I'm switching it up. Yesterday, I don't even know what I was doing. It was the first stream. I really was a little all over the place, but I know what we doing today. Just give me one moment, though. While I'm doing this over here, how y'all boys and ladies and everybody doing? What's going on out there? And how can I make $1,000 today? Before the end of the day, how can I make $1,000? Put it in the chat. What's the cheat code? I don't think it sent me. Last time it sent me an email saying that I was starting to stream and I couldn't even open up my own stream. Well, whatever. So today we're gonna be we're gonna pull up a website, maybe Google or Amazon or something, and I'm gonna try and recreate it. Today I'm not gonna be on Cursor. I'm gonna be on not Xcode, on VS Code, because on Cursor it was pretty much doing everything for me, and I'm trying to understand the ins and outs of coding. I don't need AI, jumping 10 steps ahead of me, and I'm not really even putting what I've learned into practice. And if you were in the last stream, or well, there's nobody in my stream, but if you see this video and you didn't see the last video, which will probably be way longer than this, and you don't even need to go watch it. That was just a test run. Today should be a lot more in order. I know I'm showing y'all all my stuff. I'm trying to remember, where would I don't even remember. And here, hold on. Here we go. She wasn't yelling at me. She yelling at my niece. Oh, is it here? Yeah. It's not here. I don't even remember where I put the old code at, but we doing practice here, so I'm gonna name this mock website, and we just gonna start from the ground. We gonna find something, and we gonna try our best to make it look as close to it as we can. And I'm still fairly new to all this stuff, but we just gonna go step by step. So first, I always make my HTML file first, and then we can go ahead and make our CSS file as well as our JavaScript file. But today I decided I'm probably not going to do any JavaScript. I simply haven't really learned enough to put much to practice. Um, but at the end of the video, it depends on how I feel. And now YouTube playing the ad. Get this ad off my screen. Yeah, I wanted to play some music in the background, but it looked like that ain't happening. I'll eventually figure out how to do it. I ain't trying to get copyright strike. I'm pretty sure they can mute your video if you got too much music going on. And yeah, I'm not trying to have that happen to me. Let me make sure my audio is good, because I know yesterday, yes, it should be good. But I know yesterday it was kind of low and y'all probably couldn't hear me. So we're going to start off with the HTML file, and might as well go ahead and just open up. Well, I'm going to open up. Well, we can, yeah, I'm going to do it on Chrome. And trying to think what should we mock? I mean, I guess we could do, am I lagging? Yeah. I don't know how that would look on stream, but let's just see what Amazon's looking like. Or I'll just probably think of something random. So the whole point is going to try and to make a website that looks as close to this as possible. So yeah, that's what we're going to be doing. Not sure how in depth I'm going to go. I'm going to try and get pretty in depth. Like, obviously, like I said, I don't really know JavaScript that much, but I should probably, well, I just realized there's a feature that I don't really know how to do. So you see how they got this in the background? Like, you can still kind of see it in the back behind these articles or sections right here. You can see that this image is behind there. They just have it kind of faded out in between there. I'm not really sure how to do that. Might ChatGPT it. ChatGPT for me is really just like Google now. I can just, it's not really cheating. I mean, it's literally just a big search engine. That's all AI is. So yeah, we're gonna do mock Amazon, and this is gonna be the point where I wish I had 2 monitors. I'm on my regular laptop right now, so I'm gonna have to, click in between, because I can't really, their site isn't very responsive. So you see, like, it kind of shrunk. Let me see. Barely. It just barely shrunk. So this is definitely built for like either a tablet or a or a computer. It's not really built for mobile, or maybe it is. Like, let me see if it does something if I get smaller. Yeah, no, it's not that responsive. It is responsive, like you can see from here. So from laptop to iPad, yeah, sure, but once you get the phone, I guess they just want you to have the app, which, I mean, I can't be mad at them. Why not? But yeah, I'm gonna full screen this. I'm trying to use my memory. So we got a nav. I guess we could say like this whole part is a header. The header has this search part, nav. Then we have this big section, and we can say it has 4, maybe 5 sections for this, because like I said, I don't really know how to. Matter of fact, I'm gonna treat this like it is that whole big section. So we'll do 5 sections, and then from there is really just a bunch of sections and articles. I might call these articles, but no, these are sections. I'm gonna do sections here, and then we'll have images in the sections, and we'll just, just try and work on our CSS. HTML is pretty easy. I feel like anybody can do HTML. But once you start getting to CSS and JavaScript, you gotta really start working on your memory. Like, HTML is just boom, but CSS isn't that hard either, so I don't know what I'm talking about. So for now, actually, I can do side by side. I don't really need to see the whole thing. You can really get the gist from just right here. So like I was saying, we'll start it off with a header. Um, we'll have a main, which will have a section in it, and then we'll do a footer, and the header is gonna have a nav. I wonder if I should do two sections in the header. So one section I'll have this, and then another section I'll have the nav. I don't really know if that's necessary, but honestly, I'm just coding. So I don't really care if I do something and I realize it would be better if I do it another way. So I am gonna do what I just said. I'm gonna do a section, and then I'm gonna put this inside of a section. I don't know if this will let me do that. Nope, it will not. What? No, Lord. There is a way to just move this over. Hold on, let me try that again. I think Control Alt. No, that does not do that. Yeah, whatever. This is the part where using cursor would be a lot better because I don't really have to, copy over stuff. It usually knows what I want it to happen, and it just asks me if I want it or not, and I can accept it. And the main has a main section, and then we'll just throw a bunch of sections right here, because why not? I hate when it does that. Hold on. I think I gotta probably start from there. Yeah. We'll just throw a whole bunch in there. Footer, we can do. What did the footer look like? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can call this, or is that a 6 one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hold on. Do I not know how to count? It is 7. Alright, so we can do the same here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then each one of these is going to have a paragraph in it. Well, really, multiple paragraphs. But honestly, this is the part where I don't really care if it has, if it's 1-to-1. But yeah, so I gotta check on the stream. I don't even know. Hold on, let me do something. They still never sent me an email telling me I was live. I don't know. Shoot, this John could not be live right now, and I wouldn't really know. I still haven't figured out where to really see it. I thought it would be in YouTube Studio, but it's not. It eventually just popped up on my YouTube. Alright. I'm about to open up some fruit snacks, and I'm already losing my energy. But it's crazy how different it feels coding, knowing that I'm recording myself. I feel like I move a lot faster when I'm just in here putting in work. But I don't know. I mean, I guess this is low-key good practice for an interview. I mean, I'm glad I figured this out for myself, because if I would have gotten that interview and then I don't know how to code, that would be tough. It's low-key like a mock interview, even though you ain't asking me no questions. Let me see. So I pretty much got all this set up, and then let me go ahead and open up a live server. So we'll just check on that periodically. And so in the nav, we'll do a UL. Go ahead and copy this over. We'll do, let's see how much we got in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And there's really other stuff there too. We'll just put a bunch. We'll delete the ones that we don't need. I'm trying to figure out what I would call this. I guess a section is fine. And then we'll do an H1, I guess. Or maybe I'll do an image. We'll see how I play that. And then this right here, we could maybe call this an A tag. Yeah. We'll just call that an A tag. And it'll just go to nothing. And then, honestly, I forgot what this was called, but I'm pretty sure I can just do it as a form. I'll probably remember how to do that correctly. And then at the end, we could probably have a button. I just put it side by side. That's probably not how you should do that for oh, interesting. Okay. And then we can have an image. Matter of fact, we'll have, that's another link, and then the link has an image. You know what's crazy? I forgot how to do these drop down lists. I don't think I've learned that in the course I'm doing now. I know it's not nothing hard. And then we'll just do, oh, didn't mean to do that. Do a couple more of these. That should be enough. And so obviously if you went over here, it wouldn't really look like much of nothing's going on. But this is pretty much the skeleton of this, for the most part, minus obviously all the images and stuff. So I can't get these images. I could technically use these exact images. I could just clip these. Then as you can see at the bottom, you can see the actual link, and I could use the actual link. I don't know if I'm going to go that into detail. It's really just, this is like CSS practice. Once I get to that part, I'm just making the skeleton so I can actually do it. And honestly, after the stream, I need to look and see if there's any platforms where it's already just some basic HTML, or maybe I could just ask ChatGPT to make me some HTML that I can manipulate with CSS and just, you know, work on stuff. Alright, so we'll just start copying some stuff down. I just realized something I could ask ChatGPT, because I don't really care about the HTML part, but this is good practice. I just realized I could say, give me the HTML for Amazon's website, no CSS, and it would probably give it to me. But practice is practice. I ain't gonna skip nothing. We'll do update location here, and then the form. I don't really remember how forms work. There's a way to do input. That's it. So we'll do input, not form there. And it's type text. Does input not need a close tag? Probably not. And then the button will be at the end right there. And I don't know how to put that symbol there. So I could probably turn this into an image tag. So I'd actually do an A tag and do image there. And then I just find an image of this. And then for this, I don't know if I can do this, if that'll work. Let me see. Let's see what that looks like over here. Okay, yeah, so it just en, so that'll work whenever I get that part. And the rest of those are the A tags for this, so we don't have to put H1 or nothing, so I can just say accounts, account, and this, and then we can do, oh, and it says and orders. And this will also have a image tag. And this obviously changes. You do this with JavaScript. I'm not really sure how you would do that. So it manipulates the image to where the number, like if I was to put something in the cart, it would put 1, 2, 3. But I'm not really sure how they're manipulating that image. More than likely, the image itself is probably CSS or something. That's probably how. Where were we? Yeah, I don't need this tag, so that's the extra. I can just erase, and then we can clear up this clear space so it doesn't look all crazy. And now we're in the nav. So in the nav, we're doing list style, and I'm gonna use a flexbox to get all that right. I'm using flexbox in both of these sections actually, so I can play around with that and see how that works. So in this list, first we have we'll say we have a H1 called all, and honestly, this is another one of those things where I could probably figure out how to do it. So this is a thing no matter how hard I try. But I'm sure it's just like riding a bike, just like going to the gym and you stop. Like as soon as you start back, you'll get it. So I'm trying to start now, because if I don't start, it just won't get done. And like I was saying earlier, if you ain't seen the last video, I'm in IT support right now. I don't want to really stay in IT support. I want to be a software engineer. YouTube is not responding. Hold on, I don't even, y'all boys might not even be there. Why I say my YouTube ain't responding? YouTube is not responding enough video. It's not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. As such, viewers will experience, I'm guessing, something bad. I haven't actually checked my recording, so I'm about to pull it up on my YouTube and see what it looks like. I gotta mute myself though. I gotta mute myself. Yeah. Hello? Hello. Yeah, I guess YouTube is tripping. I don't know. Also, I'm trying to figure out how do I just changed this. How do I make that what y'all see? Did I pick click transition? Oh. Alright, yeah, that's how I intended y'all to see me from the beginning. I don't know. This is my first time using studio mode. But anyway, what's going on, TP? Since you don't want to stream. For y'all that don't know, TP is my girlfriend. So yeah. She's on my number one fan. She's in the stream holding it down. As I code and perfect my craft and whatnot. So anyway, well, actually, let me not do H1 here. We'll do H3 for all of these. And this is where I start to miss cursor. And there's probably another fast way for me to do this too, but I don't know it. Actually, yes, I do. I realized afterwards. You can do this. Hold on, it'll probably take me a moment to remember. But yeah, like you can be on multiple lines and type stuff. I forgot. And if you wonder how you do that, if you're on the HP or Windows or whatever, you just hold Alt while you're clicking. And most of y'all probably already know that shit. So, and then you can also just hold Alt and press. No, you can hold Control Alt and then press the down arrow too, and the up arrow, and get the same effect. God dog. So this says all. We got Amazon, Hall. We got medical care, Amazon, basics. But you know, one thing I've been wondering is, what does the actual day in the life of a software engineer look like? Like, I know they be making the videos and stuff of them waking up and brushing their teeth and fixing a cup of coffee and making a bust down bagel sandwich and then walking to work, and you know, but what does the actual work look like? Especially now with AI, I'm pretty curious. Oh, so this is just one big part. So I might do. This would be pretty fun to do. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get rid of this. I'm gonna come outside of that nav, but we're gonna stay in this section, and we're gonna do another section, right? And we're gonna put. Should I do an image or? Yeah, we're gonna put an image there. I should have just put it in an A tag, but we'll just kind of cut that and put it in the A tag. And like I said, I'm not really worried about the links actually working, so we'll just put hashtag. Alright, so that's this part done, and we can go over, see what it's looking like. It's looking like some bogus without the CSS, but that's fine. And so now we're at the section. So we are in main, I should say. So in main, we have a whole lot. And honestly, I'm probably not going to do all of this. I don't think that's really that necessary. So we'll just do like a couple. And it's all going the same theme. So, excuse me. It's doing 3 section, then 2 large sections, 3 sections, then 2 large sections. So we'll do, and I know a way I can just use a class too. So we'll do 3 there. I don't know what this is that keep popping up in my face. Like, I don't know why it's doing that. But anyway, we can do class, and then we'll call it section, camel casing section of 3, and then we'll just copy that. Oh, hold on, so that's not gonna work. We'll do section of 3, copy that, section, we'll give that a class of section of 3, then we'll skip 2, section of 3, section of 3, section of 3, skip 2, section of 3, and we'll add a few more sections. Section of 3, section of 3, and 2 more. Alright, so and then we'll change this to section of 2. Wait, no, not that one. We'll change these to sections of 2. And then I can actually go ahead and copy and paste this. Well, yeah, but back to what I was talking about. Like, I do wonder, what does the daily look like, bro, with AI and stuff. Like, in the last video, I was using Cursor, and it literally, it just speeds stuff up so much. I wonder what the workload is. Are you just not as busy as you used to be, or is there more work you just asked to do more? And you're not going to be able to see the sections and stuff because we haven't added no CSS or no words in them, so it's just kind of there. And this is going to get kind of messy because what's going to happen here is, in these ones that's named 3, I'm actually going to put how many? 4 more sections in those. For the images. But like I said, I don't got time to be getting all them images, so it's just gonna be blank. So we pretty much gonna have Amazon websites if they didn't have nothing to sell. That's what we making. Maybe that'll be the thumbnail. Maybe then y'all tune in. Let's see what we got. Still, well, let's say I got 2 concurrent viewers, but I don't know who else could be that. It might just be me from when I clicked on it. So we're gonna come here. We're gonna make a, well, hold on. Space it out. We're gonna do Control Alt, and it's gonna start down there. See, there's some things. Let me see. It'll just, hold on. Let me see if it'll let me do it like this. Nah, it's still not. I don't really know. Well, whatever. I tried to automate it. I tried to be like AI and I failed. Let's get rid of all this space. Try and make it as clean as possible. I guess this is where I'll use Control Alt because I do need that tabbed forward more than that. And so I'll just go ahead and paste it from all the way back there so it's easier. And I think you do Shift Tab. Yep. That wasn't that necessary for me to do that, I'm not gonna lie. I just kind of wanted to do it. And then this should work, yeah. But this is how it used to be back in the day. I guess you really just had to sit here and do the ins and outs of everything. Now everything is just so easy, but hey, I imagine it just makes the job easier. You still get the 6-figure salary. So I wouldn't see the need to complain. So I'm gonna go ahead and go over to CSS. This is what it's looking at right now. Like I said, you can't really see anything. Uh, and hold on, I'm trying to remember something. Okay, so we can do main. I'm trying to mentally think of what I'm about to do. We can do main, or matter of fact, before I do any of that, let's do section. Let's just make the sections visible right quick. So we're gonna do border. We'll do Well, we'll do 3 pixels. Black and solid. And oh well, we actually have to give it width and height too. So if I was to just give it some random width, like 100 pixels, and some random height of 50 pixels, it should pop up now. Oh, we're still not seeing my sections. Why? Hmm. Oh. Do you know what we did? I never even included the style sheet. All right, there they go. I'm not sure why some of them look thicker than the others, though. That'll probably be something I can look into. Oh, it's. I think those are multiple sections. So the sections inside the sections are building on top of each other. I think that's what's going on. Back to the CSS though. So we pretty much got every section looking the same. But we're gonna use a higher point of specificity to change the sections over time. So we're actually gonna let me actually get rid of this. We're gonna go step by step because I need to do the top section in the nav bar. So we can call this. Well, we can give this an ID of header section. And then I can give this section a ID of nav section. And then we'll do hashtag header section. I think I can just say display inline. Maybe that didn't work. Or did that? No, it didn't work. It didn't do anything. Display flex. Okay. I wonder why display inline didn't work. I guess because it's already inline elements. That was probably stupid. Yeah, obviously that's why. And maybe we can do a height of what, 20 pixels. I don't think that's enough. Because I think that just scrunched something. Yeah, it looks like it. We can do it. First, let's just space it out. Let me see what the Amazon one looks like. Alright, so I think that's like space around. So we'll go here so we can see it change, and then we'll do justify content space around. Alright. And let's see. Obviously these are like in a line because this is all in a unordered list. This is only going a little bit further down because I didn't specify how much of its space it could take up, I guess. So we can do, how can I make this look a little bit better? First, let's give it a height. Oh, I don't know why I put section. Let's give it a height of about 20 pixels should honestly be fine. or yeah, we'll try 20 pixels for now, and then we'll do trying to think trying to think of why that Amazon is lower. Is Amazon not within? Yeah, it's in the section. Why is Amazon lower? Usually when stuff is like that, it's because it doesn't have enough space. Let me see if something happens when I widen it. Nope, it's still not on the line. Maybe I should just add it to the list. Maybe I'm making this a little bit more difficult than it needs to be. Oh, it's not even in the list. I don't have this in the list, actually. Huh. Why is Amazon lower? I don't know. That's tough. Is anybody talking in the chat? Finna let me know? Nope. Nobody telling me. I don't know. Dang. We might just, I'm just gonna skip past that and we gonna go back there later. Cause honestly, I can't even think of why the Amazon is lower, but the rest isn't. I know something I could try right quick. We could try with 100%, but I'm pretty sure it's that by default. Yeah, that's not the problem. We'll figure it out. And then let's see. We better do the nav next. So we'll do nav section. Also do display. We can actually do display inline for this one if I understand. Maybe not inline flex. Is it just inline? Oh, hold on. Trying to remember. It's inline block. That also didn't do it. But it's inline something. I swear you can just turn this into. I tried inline. And I also know it sometimes the issue is the browser that you're in. Every browser doesn't have the same capability. But we're just gonna do inline flex. I thought I could do it with what you call it, but it doesn't really matter like that. Oh, I gotta lower this because they in there talking and stuff. Um. Mm, I know what I'm doing wrong. I see why this isn't working. I'm doing the section. So actually, instead of the section, we need to get into the UL of the section. That's why it wasn't working. And so now I should be able to do display inline. It still didn't work. Maybe inline flex. There. Okay. Yeah, but that's why. So well, and then hold on, let me see. List style none to get rid of those dots right quick. Those bullets. In the last video, I called them dots. I couldn't remember what it was called. And then we'll do justify content. Maybe space between. And then we also have to do with 100%. Boom. Alright, so we got that spaced out. And it should look it's pretty similar. But we're gonna have to cut that off. Well, actually, I'm gonna go ahead and do it. So I'm gonna do, let's say 60%. Okay, so this is gonna be a good learning thing. But yeah, they have it side by side. So we actually gonna do another section right by this one. Wait, no, I think I already made it actually. Yeah, I did. This section here. I needed to take up something. I need to give it an ID. ID. Maybe beside nav, something random. And then we'll just say beside nav, width is 40%. And we're going to put something in it just so we can see it, or kind of see it. Or actually, I could go ahead and just give every section a border like before. So I'll just do that instead. We'll give it a width and the same height of 20 pixels. Let me see. Kind of forgot what I was doing for a second. But anyway, let's make all the sections visible. Ignore all the ugly parts. We're figuring it out. So you see this part right here that's kind of circling Hawk here in basics. I'm going to need that to go over here and take up the other 40%. So what we're going to have to do is go to go to HTML. Basically go to where that is, and it should be right here. And we're going to put all of this into a section. And we're actually going to have to give it an ID as well. I could probably just give it a class, but we're going to do ID of nav holder. And I'm honestly just giving these things random names. So we can say ID nav holder. We can say display flex, and then we'll do justify content. Actually, I don't really have to justify this. It's fine with just display flex. And actually, I don't know what that is circling that, because that's what this is. So, yeah, I got to figure out why that's there. And, yeah, we got a long ways to go from what we need this to look like. This might turn into a 2-part stream, but honestly, I'm getting some good practice in, so I'm not mad at it. But I gotta have time to do my schoolwork where I'm learning stuff, so I can't really put too many hours or minutes into this stream, because I work 9 to 5 too, so I gotta pretty much use my time as wisely as I can. I keep losing my train of thought. Let me see. So that's the nav. And then we don't have the image for the for this part of the navigation, so that's fine. I do want to figure out what this is. So let me go to my HTML. What is that? Why is there an extra section? Because it's not the section around this. It's not nav holder. It's not. Oh, it could actually be nav holder or nav section. It might be one of these. I don't know. And then it's not beside nav, because we can actually see beside nav. Next time I do this, I'm probably just not gonna put so many sections in before. I'll probably just go step by step so that way you it looks a little bit more uniform. But I really want to get this. This is what we're gonna do. So for the remainder of the stream, I'm gonna just get the nav looking right. And I know you like, God, dog, it's taking you this long to get the nav. Look, bro, this is practice. Eventually, I'll come in here, get the nav done in 5 minutes. But right now, it's taking me 30 and 40 and 50 minutes. With no AI. I ain't pull up Chat GPT yet. No Chat GPT. I ain't even finished my gummies. This is straight hard work. Oh, they still got it on Top Chat. Here comes TP. Wow. And then she's texting me on LinkedIn and stuff like that. My mom had them gummies in the kitchen. Yeah, so I'm gonna try and make this nav as pretty as I can. Then I'm gonna end the stream. Cause how long have we been streaming? I forgot where to see that at, but I know it's been a minute. So we're gonna start off with the top part. So header section, Amazon, href, update location. Okay. A form. Honestly, the top one is perfectly fine aside from the CSS. I just got to figure out why Amazon refuses to get in line with it. I feel like I'm supposed to know. But I just can't put my finger, like I don't know. I know that this is either margin or padding, but I don't see why this would have margin and padding from the top and the rest of these wouldn't. Because there's nothing keeping these in line. Like, these are just random A's. I don't have them in a list or nothing like that. So they're not in relation to each other at all. I also just noticed that this Amazon is not in the section at all. This is the section here that I can tell. But Amazon's not even in the section that they're in. And I don't see why that would be the case. Huh. Now this I might Google or Chat GPT. I ain't gonna lie. Because all I said was header section flex. Justify space around. Let me just see what happens when I put more space. It still isn't lined up with them. There's just padding on the top of H1 for no reason. Keep it up. We're gonna do 30 pixels. I'm actually gonna go ahead and Chat GPT this. Watch it be something so dang simple. So I'm doing Okay. So I looks like maybe I figured it out. Let's see if that fixes it. Or maybe I should just put it on. Well, I don't know. We'll see. See, my mind knew what it was. But even now, like, you see how everything here looks to be lined up with the top, but the Amazon looks to be lined up with the bottom of the section. There's something that um my cohort that I'm in was get that gave. It's like a reboot. It pretty much restarts all the default CSS to nothing. So you just get a basic CSS file. There's no, oh, like I'm already putting a margin there and you don't want a margin. It's just basic CSS. So maybe I should just put that on my file. But whatever, we got that on there now. And so I guess we'll start off here. So let's try and make this as perfect as possible. So what I can actually do is, did I install, is this the color picker? Yeah. We'll give, let's do color picker right quick. Okay, now here's something I forgot. Because something that I was kind of confused with color picker is how do I pick the freaking color? There's a way to copy and paste from here, but I already forgot. I googled it, but I was like, bro, how am I supposed to, like? Because as you move, it forgets what you just did. But there's a way to like copy and paste from here, but I legitimately don't remember what it was. So, I really wish I could remember. Let me see what happens if I do Control X, Control Y. Okay, it remembers it. That's not what I figured out, but so what we're actually going to do here is we're going to go to header section. We're going to do color. And I guess we can just do, this is called something. We'll figure it out when we get there. I don't think that's it's not RGB. Oh, I could actually do RGB though. um, I think A is for the opacity. So we'll do 19. We'll do 25. And we'll do 33 and 255. And so when we go back here, I don't see the color. Oh, background color. I just did color. So background color. Boom. Ah, did I figure out the issue? Why is header section turning all of this black? Oh, it actually didn't. You can tell that this is like a different color. This is, that must have already been there. My eyes are just a teensy bit slow. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna do snip, but I thought I had it. I thought I had snip already shortcutted. I guess not. And we're gonna do a new snip. I know I just completely missed, so we're gonna try that again. Dang it. Let's try that again. I'm gonna snip that. I'm gonna have to save it actually. Can't just copy it. And we're gonna have to remember where this is at. And we're gonna call it Amazon image. Amazon image. Why I feel like I spelled something wrong just now. So we're gonna go back here, and instead of H1, we're gonna make this a image. The source is Amazon image. The alt is Amazon. And so now we should see that there. Boom. And then for update location, let's see what all this looks. So everything's white first and foremost, so we can go ahead and just do that. We'll do, wait, what did I, oh, I think I can actually just do it in the section. So that's header section. I think I can do text. Oh, forgot to put a here there. So we can do text color, I'm pretty sure. I don't see why not. It doesn't look like they have text color as an option in the section actually. So, oh, maybe font color? Nope. I don't, color? I don't know, maybe that's it. No, that's not it. That's fine. We'll just do alt tags, which that's what it is anyway. And probably all alt tags are gonna need to be white, so I can just go ahead and do it like that. Boom. And I actually don't know how to get rid of the underline. What would that be? Maybe oh, like maybe font. Not, it's not font size, font family, font style. Nah, it's not font style. Maybe. No, it's not. There's a way to, I think it's text decoration. And then maybe let's say none. Boom. And then I'm gonna go to Google Fonts and try and get the fonts as closely as I can to this, which is already pretty close. And for this image, I guess we can go ahead and do a snip again. Try and get that as much as I can. And just pretty much do the same thing. Oh, I can actually just save it here then. We'll do search button. Oh, I don't really have to say all that. We'll just say search. And that needs to get added here. So should be here, I believe. Yeah, it's right after that. And we'll call this search.png. Search, and that should be popping up there. Now we have this. I guess this one isn't that important. I could screenshot it just to do it though. I guess why not? We're trying to get it as close as possible, right? No need to hold back. So we'll use that. I see it got that little dot in there. It's kind of, okay, I just accidentally wrote on it. Can I control Z that? Yep, I can. I'm just gonna call this one America. I don't know. America.png should be right there. It's not right there. Did I put on the wrong one? Search. And we don't need that E in there anymore. Am I blind? I don't see it there. It just still says image. Is there nothing in America? There is. /America.png. Oh, hold on. I see. I didn't put in the right thing. And funny enough, when I click on this, I think it'll open up another tab with the picture. Yeah. I mean, this looks decent, I'd say. Not for the time that I put into it, but it's getting there. Shit. Honestly, I'm gonna resize this image here, and then probably just call it there for this stream. And yeah, that should be good enough. So for this search one, could maybe give it a class or something. I probably should just give it an ID, but I'll give it a class of search. You can put it somewhere at the top, it doesn't really matter. So we'll do a class of search. And I'm pretty sure if I do height 100%, I'm pretty sure it'll be 100% of what it's in. Yeah, boom. And width is honestly already perfect. I don't really think I need to manipulate that. But yeah, that's how far we got today. So we have this. That's what I have to show for it. But you know, we get better. I'm not really discouraged. It's better than I was last week, and the week before that I couldn't even do this, which is terrible to say. I graduated and I actually had a genuine love for this, and I just completely forgot everything just like that. But not giving up. We starting from somewhere, and as long as I keep doing it every day, it's just gonna keep piling on top of each other, and eventually I'll be full blown software engineer, maybe at a job, maybe with my own little company, SaaS or whatever. So yeah, hope y'all enjoyed the video. Hope it didn't annoy y'all that much seeing me probably make a lot of dumb mistakes, but hey, I'm growing, and if you're growing too, or you just interested in my journey, like, comment, and subscribe. Leave a comment, tell me what I can do better, or tell me what else I could do. So give me some ideas. I'm down to do like some fun videos too. I don't want to just do code. Which this actually was fun for me. I don't know if it's fun to watch, but yeah, just comment, say whatever, say what's up, and hold it down.